Hi my loves, today we are going to check in on your love situation, whether you're single, in a situationship or a relationship. We're going to check all of these areas or all of these options, and I have 3 chunky objects for you today. First one is a lipstick. Then for the second one I have a perfume. That's a very old-fashioned one, Shalimar, and this one is a special edition. It's got a lot of vanilla in it. Additionally, it's a bit smoky, yeah, a little bit vintage, but I love it very much if you're into perfume, and that sounds like something you might like. It's a little bit peculiar, but yeah, might be your vibe. And then for the sea people, I've got a seashell. All right. Pick your object and I see you in your reading. If you have chosen the lipstick, this is your reading. Let's get the... Yeah, I think I do the Celtic cross for this one. So we see the situation, the near future, and the long-term potential of whatever comes in or whoever's with you at the moment or you want to be with. Let's see. For the lipstick people. Hierophant, 9 of Wands, 9 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, Judgment. I'm gonna 2 of Cups, 7 of Cups, 9 of Swords, the Emperor. Good. So I saw the 3 of Swords when I before I split the cards, so I think there's some pain inside of you, even though this doesn't show. It's hidden, you don't show it. You have hurt in your heart that hasn't healed yet. That makes you defensive against anything that is rule related. So it might be that you had a strict upbringing, a strict father, for example. I see the Emperor here. I see the Hierophant is someone you have to obey to. You have to follow rules, which is not unusual, obviously. But I think that caused heartaches even if you have to think a little bit around the corner, but in a way that causes heartache for you in situations and in connections and relationships at present still. You want a stable connection, you want to be released from your situation as it is, or you want to enter the next step, and you're very patient. You've been very, very patient, and there was a lot of struggle, and I think the men or women you met were very, at least recently, and that you don't want to get close to you anymore, are a little bit simple. They would argue a lot, they would get loud, they're just like cavemen basically. There's a card, and this is the 5 of Wands struggle in this card. It's a little bit simple. I can't say it any other way. It's like the people you connected with, or even connect with at the moment, there's a struggle that isn't adequate, that isn't something that you would normally approve of or just go with. It's the other person is just almost following rules, setting rules that are not they don't make sense in this situation. Basically, there is the wish fulfillment on everything is on your wish fulfillment, and you working towards your wish fulfillment. That is the stable ground, and it's also you want a connection, you want a one-on-one connection, you want love, and you're offering your cup, even though the arguments might be petty and not something that you really want to argue about, you know. With the Judgment as the near future, it's something that you lift yourself out of this struggle, out of these kind of people, out of these petty arguments. You just don't argue anymore. If it's a certain person that you're dealing with, then you might drop your defenses a little. You see, the person is first of all not who you think they are. You are a little bit illusionary about who they really are. Maybe you don't see their simplicity, you don't see red flags, possibly. But it could also be that this person is in love with you and doesn't see you as you are, which is not bad in love relationships. But there is a certain struggle, and you're just afraid that you repeat old things, that you end up worrying whilst the other person is out on their own, or that they could take the lead, like just take the role of your father, which is then, funny enough, what is happening. But it can also be, and I clarify in a moment, it can also be that this person brings structure into this connection. This connection will get stabilized, will get structured because they set their mind to it. Because from the Seven of Cups, you are offering the Two of Cups, you are offering a connection. Despite this struggle, you're like, okay, why not? I worked on it for so long. Let's just try. Let's do this step. Let's try to get this working, to make this work. The other person is not so sure yet. And there are worries and sleepless nights, not really, but there are worries, too many. It's just overthinking, right? The whole situation is Nine of Swords and Nine of Wands. It's a bit much. It's a struggle. It's not easy, and that's what's so annoying about this situation. So I suspect that with the Emperor, the other person is taking the reins, making a decision to have this connection on stable ground, and in a way have this follow rules. Their rules, possibly. But it's not bad, honestly. It's not a bad thing that they go from the Seven of Cups, not being quite sure, a little bit illusionary, drifting around. Could be you drifting around. But they're putting an end to the worries and to the struggle, and they just put their foot down and say, this is how we do it, and this is how we can move this forward. There's a judgment call. There's a decision that is made by both of you to end the struggle, to end the petty arguments, to end the inner struggle, even if it's just an inner struggle. Think about what you're arguing with. What voice is it? It's a very simple pettiness. It's almost as if you fight with your subconscious that says you're not good enough, or it's a very simple thoughts that you're fighting with. I show you this again because these guys just, yeah, they're just like, I don't know how to explain. If it's your inner struggle or the struggle with this person, it's just not worth it, honestly. And it's not bad fight. It's more like rubbing and arguing. Yeah, it is arguing, but it's not as bad. And you're the one who's offering the cup, and because you see the part of this connection that can work. And with the judgment call, I think you make the judgment call to go for full in. They're not sure, but they're taking the reins. Definitely, they will do it. They will overcome the 9 of Swords, the 9 of Wands, which I see more as your defensiveness against commitment. One of you does not like commitment. They like to drift. They're more dreamy. But when it comes to getting this structured and getting this off the ground, one of you is not ready. I think you're both not, but if you think you are ready, then you wouldn't get a person that isn't ready, because then you would just see, oh, they're not ready, I go somewhere else. So in a way, you both get ready through this process. Let me clarify the Emperor. No, yeah. What do I want to know? So that must be something that you put a lot of energy in already. Or it's into healing your thoughts about men, maybe, or women. That you think, oh, women are just gold diggers, or men are just out there for physical, and they're just all players, and they're all just broken souls, you know. I think this is something that you decide to lift this. The judgment is the near future. Something lifts the situation up, or you, and you get back on to your what did you always wish for, and then you go out with the 2 of Cups. You go like, yes, I'm going to offer my cup. And the other person drifting, and then saying, okay, let's do this now. What is the worry about? The worry is about Page of Cups. Yeah, the worry is about immaturity in love. It's like love, but maybe it's not enough. Maybe we're too different. Maybe it's just worry. It's also fear of intimacy. It's fear of emotions and being swallowed and drowning in emotions. That's the worry. Why are they drifting? What is their stand on this connection? Ace of Wands. So they are fiery. They feel the fire for you. They feel they want a new beginning. And they're passionate about you. That's for sure. That's probably what pushes them. That's something that grounds them and makes them go for the Emperor. Let's get one card on the Emperor. Just the vibe of the Emperor. Tell me what it is. Strict or loving? What is happening? What is happening here? There will be more structure. There will be someone coming in who's, you know, it's a little bit, it's drifting. Everybody's fighting with their own issues. But then this person with the Ace of Wands, it's like from the Seven of Cups to the Ace of Wands, it's like, forget this dream, and then they slam their stuff on their wand onto the floor, and they get onto the throne and say, look guys, that's how we do it now. Five of Cups, Sun, and the Knight of Wands. Yeah, the reason why this is happening, or why they are doing it, is like they know if they don't do it, they will regret it. And they already feel regret in some shape or form. Maybe to not have started this earlier, or whatever it is, there's light being shed on what could happen, the loss. They could lose you. They don't want that. So they take now, because they see it with the Sun, and then the Knight of Wands is action. So they're taking action towards you because they don't want to regret that they have never tried. They might think so many different choices. Do I do it? I feel something for this person. Let's just do it before I regret. That's behind the Emperor. Yeah. That's pretty much the story. I don't know if you are involved with someone already, or if this is more your internal development here. And then this person's coming in, because this is the outside, this is the person. So many choices. And then one of the choices is like, I will take it because you are here open to love. They feel it. And they might have had a situation in the past where they regretted that they didn't do it, and they are reminded by you of this chance. So they're gonna take the reins and they're gonna turn it into something new, something exciting. It's not the Page of Wands, which would be very immature. The Knight of Wands is passionate, and if they come with a sun, they also come on a unicorn. So they have dreams about the future with you. Yeah. Honestly, it's lovely. It's someone who is a little bit controlling maybe, but then comes in with all this sunshine and optimism, and you know what, we can do it. And that's a very lovely development here, I think. So yeah, I want to see the arguments. What are they about? They're about King of Wands, ego, pride, who's ruling again. It's got to do with who is in the driving seat of this connection. However, this is looking good. It's overcoming struggles, basically. It's not smooth sailing. It's overcoming things, understanding things, finding a way. Let's get let's get one Kipper and 3 Lenormand. One Kipper. We've got Courthouse, That's a little bit like judgment. The whole connection is under scrutiny from both sides. Is it what I want? Is it my wish fulfillment? Am I imagining this? Is it worth opening up a little? Will it work out? And then if I don't do it, I will regret. The Five of Cups is crying over spilled milk. It's regret in this case. And then the Sun and the Knight of Wands. They don't want that. You don't want that. So that's what you have to do. You have to get out. You have to go and make it real, or it won't work. Okay, Lenormand. Anything we need to know? Anything we need to know? But key, Bear. Communication is key, definitely. Yes, and that's the strength of your connection is communication and security, safety. The Bear and the Key is very much Emperor energy. It feels the same right now. It's like making it safe. It's safety, it's power, it's inner strength. And birds is nervousness and chitty chatter, and could also be the Five of Wands. It's like talking in circles, but then with the Key and the Bear, it's like, now let's cut to the chase and let's make it real. Let's do something. Let's play together, because together we are powerful and we can get over any difficulty, and the outcome is worth it. So yeah, I would always rather try and be hurt again than not try and then regret and think of what could have been all my life. Not all my life, but some connections just stick to you in a way over years. Let's get an advice for you. Let me get one of these cards here. I need space, overwhelmed, boundaries and retreat. That is the Nine of Swords, definitely. And it's funny because I thought I might ask about the Nine of Swords. It's someone, or you as well, like I said before, it's got to do with commitment. And commitment is scary. Feelings are scary. Intimacy is scary for you or the other person, possibly for both of you. So there might be a time in this where one person retreats, or you both see the space and the time between you meeting and this getting into a regular thing with the Emperor. This is like, now we make it a proper thing. We meet once a week or twice a week. I don't know what your schedule will be, but yeah, it's not easy to get there. But once this is established, once the decision has been made, and this is shortly after the judgment call, which is happening soon. Even if it's a new person, they might be scared to get into something, and you might be scared, although you're the one who's offering the cup, so I think you're a little bit further than the other person. Nevertheless, they will reach out, they will move, they will make a move. It's just that too many emotions overwhelm them, and that is also the Emperor tells me there's something who's a little bit controlling. Yeah, for not for the sake of controlling, but from fear of intimacy and being hurt. And you remember there was the Three of Swords underneath it all. So you both might have the same or similar past hurts, and that's why you met or meet in this life. To help each other heal, right? That's what we do as humans, I believe. Right. Let's get an advice for you. Let's get an advice. And you have free will. This is not here to hurt you. This is to heal old patterns. The complications aren't here to have you suffer. You won't suffer here. There's no suffering. There's just mental anguish, and you learn to let your guard down a little and not to get into petty arguments. There might be a guy, doesn't have to be a man, but I think it's a masculine person interfering and spreading some wildfire, and that might be causing the petty arguments. So, advice for you. Blessed. All right. So yeah, this seems to be blessed. You are blessed in this situation. The Judgment is pretty much lifting you up like Phoenix from the ashes. I think this whole situation is blessed and lifting you out, lifting you up, bringing stability, and the Hierophant bringing you commitment. Yeah. All right. I hope that helped, and I see you in my next reading. Bye. If you have chosen the perfume bottle, this is your reading. Let me spray a little bit. So get into the mood. Okay. Shall we take this or this? Let me take this. All right. I do the Celtic cross to see your current situation, near future, and the longer term future of the connection you're in or the one coming. Let's take a look. For the perfume people. Ten of Pentacles, the Magician, Seven of Wands, Hanged Man, Ace of Cups, the Empress, Three of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Queen of Swords. Okay. What I see from this card says, first of all, that jumps out to me, obviously, is the Three of Swords. You're heartbroken. I'm not sure why, because there's nothing in the cards. So, like the first pile, where I saw the Three of Swords underneath the deck before I cut, this is something that you come with. But for you, it might be more prominent, whilst for the other group, it was more underneath the surface. It was something that was probably thought to be over, but still lingering. And this is very prominent, very much in the moment pain. There's also a little defensiveness and stuckness There's a need for you to see things differently, to see love differently. There's a family situation or a marriage that you manifested, or that you're manifesting. You're manifesting something very stable, very stable. And with the Empress as the near future. After a time of where nothing happened, or not much happened, or a situation got too stalled or stuck, and you might have thought this is over, or you might have been hurt for some reason. There is movement, there's an offer, there's a new beginning in love. It's there. It's right here on the table. There's family on the table. You might be married to that person. There's the Empress, there's growth, there's fertility in every sense, confidence, nurturing. There's a situation here that is amazing. Really, honestly, that's a beautiful love story here on the table. The other person is self-sufficient. They are happy single, or happy in their own, on their own. They don't need you, they want you. That's a beautiful thing. The independence might make you fear a little, or afraid a little. Hopes and fears, Page of Wands, could be you hoping for a connection with lots of fun, or you're afraid that it could be non-committal. I don't know how, because this is proper family vibes that's coming in, or that you are in. There's defensiveness based on some hurt, some pain. And that makes the whole situation a little coolish. From the Empress, who is warm and open and motherly and fatherly and nurturing and growing, to the Queen of Swords, that's quite a contrast. In this connection that's coming in, or that is here, you have all the tools to make it the relationship of your lifetime, if it's not already. Your broken heart could sabotage. Yeah. Queen of Swords. Let's get 3 cards from the same deck. Yeah. The Hierophant, Page of Cups, 5 of Cups. This is 3 cards from the previous, another 3 cards from the previous reading. That must be collective energy. It's fear of losing what you've got. It's fear of intimacy. It's fear of not enough, of immaturity, fear of commitment as well. And it's a fear of the wrong choice, possibly. There's something about relationships that's changing. Something about how you see relationships. You try to be discerning and to find the right person for you. Yeah, it's fear of loss, abandonment. It's something that you carry from before, or something that has hurt you. Maybe this person was here before, or you had an argument and that really hurt you, so you are now cool because you don't want to be hurt again. Could be another love. It could be something from the past. I see this also playing out. Why the Three of Swords? Let's get to that story. Why do you come with the Three of Swords? This looks so amazing, honestly. It could be that the other person is too independent for you, that scares you. I see that strongly. Three of Swords, confirmed by Three of Swords. There's a lot of pain. 10 of Wands, you can't, and the Moon. You can't have another heartbreak, and that's I think you have dealt with a lot. Three of Swords twice on top of each other as a clarifier. And then the 10 of Wands, it's like you've had enough pain in your life, you can't do anymore. And the Moon is going through your fears. It's blocking you. It's preventing you from going through your fears and opening up to something new. And that might have lose you a connection that is wonderful, beautiful. You probably feel like you're jinxed in some way because situations tend to end up like this. You might feel like the Empress and everything is fine, everything is amazing. However, you're so wounded. I didn't even watch the video, I just saw the title. It was like, I think Chris Hughes is his name. He's like a apparent CIA agent or former CIA agent, I don't know, but he's got some really cool videos, and the title was you're never dealing with the person, you're dealing with their pain or their scars or something like that. And I think that's what's happening here. It's like you're so wounded and you're so burdened by your pain that it's really hard for you to open up. And the Moon asks you to go through your fears, but this is holding you back. And this is making you detached and cold, and maybe turns you into quite an avoidant person. Yeah, fear of intimacy, fear of loss, lack mindset. And it might just be too heavy to go through your fears. You don't know how. I think you don't know how. It might start off good, but then there could be one thing that is triggering, and that's collapsing everything, and you're reminded of this again. And I think it's got to do with their independence. Give me one more card about them. No, this deck. One more card. What is it about them? What do they want and expect? And what's their stand? Apart from being self-sufficient and happy alone. Three of Wands. They are willing to build the future. They are looking for the right ship to commit. Do I want one more? No, I want one of these. What is happening here with them? Romantic gesture. You know, I think they are ready. And they want to build the future. They look into the future. Yeah. It's you who gets afraid when things get serious. And feeling the pain of those two cards with the Ten of Wands, it's very heavy on my heart. I can imagine how you feel not wanting to go through and to trust it. It's all about trusting. Yeah, don't sabotage this. This looks beautiful. Let's get some Lenormand. Is there, what do we not see? Is there anything we need to see? The moon again. Yeah, there's something not, there's something in the, there's something that we don't know. Yeah, it's just the unknown, crossroads and star. It's the decision of, do I again hope this can work out? Do I give in? Do I engage in hope again? Do I try again? Can I make it? Can I make it through my fears? Can I make it through the dark? Can I bring it into the sun? It's not even the sun, it's the star, you know? It's like, just follow my intuition. Can I follow hope? Or is this just going to be too good to be true and it will end up in tears again? But that's your fear. That's not what it is. That's, I ask, why the Queen of Swords? That's your fears. Let's get a Kipper card. Do we not see? Is this legit? Is this good? I think from these cards, this is a true chance. It's courtship. So this is something that can become real stable. This can turn into something. Don't give up hope. Don't let fears win. It's always love or fear. Don't let this go away and don't sabotage this. This seems like a beautiful connection with someone who is thinking of a future with you, who wants to build. Three of Wands is looking into the future. There's so much potential in this connection. Obviously, if this person is not to your liking, or if what they're doing is hurting you and you feel like they should know, talk about it. And if you know this is not good for you, then don't do it. Obviously, it's your intuition above any general reading, obviously. But from what I see here in the cards, this is a real opportunity for a real connection. Don't let fear get in the way of it. Exchanging gifts, that's like romantic gift gesture. Make sure give and take is in order. Make sure the Empress is a little bit, it's allowing, it's a little bit passive. And especially fear can paralyze you. That's the word. Yeah. So when it comes to a decision, I'd say go for it. Go tiny little baby steps. This other person is willing to wait. They're sitting here waiting for their ships to come in. They might wait for a romantic gesture from you. You know? They're open. Alright, I hope that helped, and I see you in my next reading. Bye! If you have chosen the Seashell, this is your reading. I'll do the Celtic cross and see who's coming in for you. Or check the connection you're in currently. For the Seashell. This connection coming in or existing. What's the future like? Knight of Wands, Nine of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Swords, Devil, Four of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, Ten of Wands, Emperor, Two of Wands. Okay. So, destiny will bring you together or has brought you together. There's some kind of wish fulfillment connected to this. Someone you wished for coming back or being in your life. Someone who is a bit like your dream man or woman. There's a certain it's a connection that is a little bit not mental. You talk a lot. You talk a lot about books, about the future, philosophy. An exchange of minds. With the Devil, there's something very addictive about this person or this whole connection. It's kind of going round and around. It's going round and round, and you don't want to lose it. You don't want to let go of it. If this is someone new coming in, it's something very it's addictive. It's something that will have has seasons and ups and downs, and you feel trapped, possibly in this dynamic, or you feel trapped because you think there's nothing better out there. And they're feeling like, oh, this is a struggle. Why is this always a struggle? I don't want to struggle anymore. Yeah, you both don't want to let go of each other, that's for sure. And you're holding on to each other. Which can be good or bad. It's a little bit, not necessarily codependency, but it's a little bit, it's got some, the word comes to mind, you know. It could be a little bit codependent. Nevertheless, with the Nine of Cups, it's a very smooth and beautiful connection. It's something that is giving you what you want and what you need, and you kind of manifested and asked for it. However, how the situation is now is a little bit restricting you. It's restricting, and that's probably the Devil energy. you might not be able to fully express your feelings. The other person might hold back on resources, time, or you, or there's never enough time that you spend. Yeah, it's a little bit withholding of emotions, I think. You feel bound to each other if you're in a connection already, or if you meet this person, it's like an instant recognition. It's like, I have manifested you. I wanted someone like you. I will not let go of this, even if it's difficult. And there are difficulties. The other person sees it as a burden as well. And I'm not sure why, but that's how it is. With the Emperor being hopes and fears, you might hope this is going to be something stable and something regulated, regular. Something less floating. It might float a little bit. The Wheel of Fortune brings ups and downs. It goes from I feel bound to now we release, and then oh no, it's the bondage thing again. Yeah. You feel bound, they feel overwhelmed. And then it ends in the Two of Wands, which is like, where do we go now? But you've got a plan. It's not the Three of Wands, which would be planning the future. It's the step before. It's the checking in constantly. Being held in the Two of Wands energy, in the where do we go from here? Let's make a plan, but then maybe not follow the plan. Let's turn the globe and put the finger, and where the finger lands, that's where we go. And then maybe not. And then there's a teacup, so it could be that you try to find out if this is worth it by reading teacups or coffee cups or reading cards, for example. Try to journal and find out information that way. Yeah, it's gathering information also. Outside influences could also be the Emperor. It could be that there is an entity outside of you who is pressuring the connection, putting pressure on the connection. However, you don't want to let go of each other, despite the struggle. That's very likely, by the way, that the Emperor is something from the outside. Or someone on the outside, from the outside. One of you might be married, or you are thinking about marriage and taking on the structure, the Knight of Wands is a little bit, it's fiery in the beginning, and with the Devil it's a little bit playerish, in a cycle, in and out, coming and going. But there's even the other person, it's not a player as such, it's ungrounded. It's on a ground that is constantly moving, and that's the Two of Wands is clear. It's also confirming that this is something that is constantly changing directions, trying to find a direction, but no one's going to dictate the direction, which would be useful in this case. Two of Wands, let's get 3 more. Yeah, I feel this deck. King of Swords. So we've got the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. Both people are a little bit detached and you both try to solve this mentally instead of with feelings. Death and Four of Swords. Things ended. Things how they are at the moment can't continue. They are overburdened. You feel trapped. So you know things have to change. And there's a change coming, probably initiated by the more male person, but doesn't have to be. Just a truth coming out. Something is like, we have to decide now. We can't juggle like this all the time and holding on to each other and not doing anything about it. We have to get out of our self-made prison, the Eight of Swords, you, and drop the load, drop the heavy load, and do something. But then after this is decided on, so there is a way you go. It's like, we end this way of doing it, not the connection. And then there's a phase of Four of Swords, which is healing, which is pulling back, both just seeing what are we going to do now. So it's a real, this is not going to work anymore. It's going in circles. It's round and round. I'm trapped. I feel trapped. I have to get out of my feeling I'm not good enough. I'm trapped here. I can never get out. When in fact the Eight of Swords, who knows tarot knows, this is just a mental prison. It's not a real prison. And in some decks there's someone in a birdcage and they've got wings. Just fly. Just get out of your limited mindset. And the other person is like burdened by the Ten of Wands. Just drop them or share the load. Tell the other person. Yeah, and the Emperor, that could be a little bit of a burden that you can't change. That might be something that you can't change, that you have to work your way around it. I don't know why I said it, but there might be something to it. One on the Emperor. Okay, two. Eight of Swords again, and Six of Wands. I'd say overcoming the feeling of being trapped, overcoming being trapped by the Emperor, by rules and regulations, by authority, by someone whispering in your ear. Overcoming the Eight of Swords. And because you're the Eight of Swords, I think it's you. You have to overcome your limiting beliefs. And once you do that, things can get regulated. Four of Swords is healing. It's like there's an ending and then there's a healing period. But I feel strongly, very strongly, this is not the end of the connection at all. This is a quiet phase where things come to a halt. The wheel is stopped with death through the King of Swords, the truth, conversations. There's this, the Wheel of Fortune is stopped. It can't be in reality, but there's a stop put to this. And you're getting out of your mindset of you can't make it work for whatever reason, you're not good enough, you're trapped in this forever, you can never escape. There's something, you overcome it by taking rulership of your own life. Maybe taking rulership of the situation, even if you're the female. You're like, that's it, stop. And then conversation, death, things stop. This wheel stopped. I can literally hear it like squeaking, like these cogs, and then it stops. It will turn again, but differently. Let's get us more about what do we not see. There's another pause after the ending, because you have to readjust everything and yourselves. Adjudication, yeah. It's like justice a little bit. It's now you're in front of the judge. They listen to both of your stories or both of your views, and it's like the emperor, and it takes the 8 of Swords out of you. It takes the insecurity out. It shows you there's a way out. There's an easy way out. You're gonna be victorious. Don't lose hope. Just be sure of yourself that you can do it. I feel like another card, but let's do the Lenormand. Maybe I pull another one on adjudication. There's a victory for you, definitely. There's a victory for you. There's something you just take the reins and you just decide to no longer be blindfolded and not see the reality of this situation. And you no longer agree to the limbo. So you could end it and then you heal and then that's it. You know, it's like you end a situation that isn't good for you. You see, oh, it's not even that bad because it's the 4 of Swords. You totally jumped over the 3 of Swords, which would be heartbreak. And it's not even that bad anymore. It's like, hey, I overcame this. That's easy. That was easy. I didn't think it was. I just had to stop the wheel and stop this and let go, basically. And now I'm just healing fine, and I'm fine. But for some reason, I feel there's a second chapter to this. There is a second chapter. House, cross and tree. That is, see, this is something very karmic. Very karmic. The tree, the house is, the stability might be, this stability of this, even though it wasn't up and down, that was stable, that was something that was as it was, right? It's losing power. Maybe some of you has to move also, could be a loss of a home in a way. But you're growing roots somewhere. So it's much more than a house. It's destiny, it's belonging, it's finding your... The tree is karmic. Something very important here about this connection. It's very karmic. I don't feel this is the end of it. I don't feel this is the end. House. Again, there must be something with the house. With a home, moving in together. Maybe moving. One of you's moving, maybe. Stability also. You could fight about a house. I don't know if this is a new connection. Someone's living far away, or you're just moving closer to each other, towards each other. I want to see here, but which cards? Let's see what we get. Clarity, change of perspective. So this is the muddled situation, right? But the end of the 8 of Swords and then the victory with the 6 of Wands, now we're moving forward. Clarity, change of perspective. You're not trapped. Oh. New arrival. New arrival. Okay, now I need one more. Magic and manifestation. Okay. Clarity, new arrival, magic and manifestation. So the clarity definitely brings things in motion. New arrival obviously could be, in this case, this picture, it's a little one, right? But it could be also, because I immediately thought of Six of Wands, new arrival. It's like victory. And then magic and manic. Why manic? Magic and manifestation. In this time of healing and clarity is coming out of this. There could be a new love coming in, a new person, or this whole cycle is renewed. There's something from a house to a tree. You know, the house is something that you build together and then you live in it. But if you compare it to a tree that really grows roots and is not, you can't place it anywhere else. That is real belonging, not only in a house which you build together. It's like there's something karmic, something very heavy with the cross. It's a burden. It's a burden like the Ten of Wands is. But it's also very super stable with the tree. Yeah. That is it's kind of a heavy reading, but it's not. It's a very, there's most importance in this. I need to see what's after the Four of Swords. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. That is love. And what is missing in this whole reading was, apart from the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, but it's more, yeah, it's emotional wish fulfillment. But there are no cups here. And after the clarity, after the pause and this has to end, the Queen of Cups is coming out. That is the emotional mother. It's almost the Empress. It's emotional growth. Loving energy. Let's see. I need two more. I think it can go two ways. That's the Two of Wands, right? You've got two choices. One is to go end it, and after the ending there's healing and you walk your path where you really belong, away from the house and towards something that is karmic and rooted in past lives. Or you continue with this person. Three of Pentacles and Six of Wands again. Yeah, these are the two. I think these are the two. So you work together and you overcome everything with love. Instead of Queen of Swords, you turn into the Queen of Cups or King of Cups instead of the King of Swords. It's love and teamwork, and you are going to succeed. Six of Wands twice. Or it's clarity, mind, logic, rationale. You end the situation, you heal, things get clear, and then you go off, manifest your next connection. I don't know which one. It's up to you. I think both paths are open for you. Both lead to something good. whatever you choose, it will lead to, it's a karmic situation. It's almost both lead to a similar outcome, just with different people, I think. Maybe it's more about you and your roots and where you belong and what you can do, your victory. Happy, happy. Happy, happy means be happy right now. Don't get into lack mindset. Know that things are good as they are, and the happier you are, the more rooted you are, the more you get out of the Eight of Swords, limited, into the Six of Wands, out in the world, happy. You have balloons. You have got the key to the egg that you stand on. Magic and manifestation. Manifest the right things, and clarity will come once you act from a growth mindset. It's growth mindset. It's not holding on to things and staying stuck. It's opening up, open your horizon, open your mind. Open your mind to the possibility that with this person, it can be amazing if you let it. And if you are at the point where you want to end it, then the same applies, right? End it, and you know, there's not even pain. It's just there's clarity. Then there's someone new entering, and everything good you manifest from the state of happy, happy, things will work out. Yeah. That's coming in, and it's very positive. Fact is, you will end the up and down with this person or in general, and then you will move on. Two of Wands, two ways. You go towards clarity and healing, or you go towards working together and make it work. Yeah, that's the bottom line. All right, okay. I hope that helped, and I see you in my next reading. Bye.